Hello, Gary.
Hey, Nieves, how you doing?
I'm doing great. Waiting for some cocktails, I think.
Fantastic. Well, what a great place, an iText's bar, iText's cocktails, and our fabulous audience here with our customers and partners joining us on this live stream. What could be better than that?
Yes, actually, this is a great venue to start our first talk of the day, isn't it? Thank you.
Cheers.
Cheers, Gary.
Yeah, really excited to see all of our customers, all our partners, really excited to connect with you as the day progresses, and really excited about the whole event.
Yeah, actually, this wonderful venue, together with a live streaming platform, are the perfect mix of making sure that we are having the virtual experience as close as possible to the real experience. But we also have some surprises for the audience because they can win one or more of these iText's limited edition cocktail shakers. So stay tuned for more. But let's first start talking about iText, its strategy and the roadmap. iText is used by governments, by banks, it's everywhere, from multinational consultancies to utilities. iText surging growth with more than 15,000 downloads daily, and having gained 70% of Fortune 50 as customers, has proven we are sitting in a very successful technology, driven by an amazing team and open source community. Can you, Gary, explain why the appetite for server-based PDF generation is so strong?
Yeah, firstly, it's incredible really how successful iText has been and the overall growth of the sector. Really, I think the pandemic has had big part to play in this. I mean, as the pandemic was really bad for many industries, and we're really sad to hear that. For our industry in digitization, it's been incredibly strong. And we've seen digitization projects really being fast-tracked as a result of the pandemic, combined with a model of open source where our development community, our customers, can get access to the technology really quickly, and they can use the know-how that's out there and the skills that are out there to fast-track projects. It's really been a perfect storm where you've got this need and desire for digitization, along with the open source capability, has really supported us very well. And then if you look at PDF, it's really a perfect format for articulating accurate information in the way that the author intended to see it, which has always been the lifeblood of PDF, obviously. And if you think about our customers being largely large enterprises out there, their audience, their employees, their customers, their partners have been dispersed into much wider spreads. Therefore, the PDF is a really strong format to use and work on that. Then if you add accessibility and you add mobile technologies and the exponential growth of digital signatures, it really has accelerated this sector. And then if you look at iText in relation to that, we've always been very much on the leading edge of the PDF journey, enabling our customers through our development community to benefit from the progress with the format, and also with the PDF format being an open standard, the ISO committees, we're able to give you that know-how much earlier than perhaps some of our competitors out there. And I also believe that PDF as a format continues to thrive and continues to be incredibly relevant in this digital world. And has come a long way over 20 years, and I think it has another 20 years to go. So.
Exactly, and you've mentioned that iText has been a global leader, and therefore we've also seen that has been approached many times over the past couple of years by interested parties that wanted to acquire iText. And I think by this time the news are out there, everyone has heard about our recent acquisition. So why is it that in the end, Thoma Bravo, together with PDFtron, succeeded in acquiring iText? Does PDFtron mission match with iText's vision?
Yeah, great question, Nieves. Yeah, you're right. We have been targeted by many companies over many years. And in our space, in the PDF world, there's certainly a clear consolidation play to get the #1 player out there. And we absolutely wanted to be a leading part of that. But if you look at the two moving parts, so Thoma Bravo is one of the leading private equity players out there that have a real impressive knowledge of our sector. You know, they've actually been in document management, they've been in data extraction, they understand our sector, and they've been an incredibly supportive private equity player to those people that are there already. And then if you look at PDFtron, PDFtron have really been running a parallel life to iText's for many years, and have also been enjoying the same growth of the sector that we have. And then both companies are focused very much around the development community and also the development community for enterprise. And I think they're the bits that really tie us in. So if you look at Thoma Brava, PDFtron, the closeness in our routes to market, it's an obvious match. Yeah? And the technologies, there are some small overlaps, but actually they're incredibly complementary. And we actually, as we announced this and we started talking more to our customers about iText's PDFtron, what it means, we found more and more of our customers are using both. And I think that's incredibly exciting, and we should be able to, or we will make, the interaction between the two much more seamless and much easier, and therefore providing much more value. And back to the consolidation play, you know, we're clearly now the #1 player in this space, which gives us the ability to innovate more and offer more value again to our customers, to our partners, and to our community. So incredibly exciting, great question.
It is exciting. And maybe in line with that, can you already share with our audience what's next in terms of roadmap and innovation?
Yeah, I guess first and foremost, stability and support. It goes without saying, and making sure that both iText's customers and PDFtron customers are looked after and maintained, and all the current projects that we're running are going at the pace they've been going. Actually, this week, not because of the conference, but generally, our product teams are getting together here in Ghent, and we're starting to look at our combined roadmap. We're starting to look at the future of our products and what they look like. And that will continue to build and innovate. But as well as the combination of the two, we're also looking at some real investment areas. So areas where we can get our expertise together and really start to crack forward and get more and more innovation and change in the market. PDF to data has been a big investment for iText, as you know. If you think about what PDF to data is, it's extracting data from the PDF and putting that back into the database, as opposed to what we normally do is take the database and make documents out of it. And if you look at where that's going as a market, our approach has been to do that through templating, which gives 100% accuracy, it gives speed, it gives great performance, and that's the current market. But if you go forward a bit, then people are starting to look at artificial intelligence, they're looking at machine learning, of ways to make that more intuitive and more clever. And PDFtron have been doing some of this. So there's a technology which is IDP in our space, and PDFtron have had some experience and have worked down this route, and we want to extend that further together, along with the knowledge we've got in PDF to data, and really create a world-leading data extraction model. And low code's another area. Low code is a bit of a buzzword in our industry. But you know, we with iText Ditto, we started going down that route, although arguably it's not true low code, it's just lower code. But low code is an important area, but not to the detriment of our SDK. We're very much working around the SDK market, but we see a place that low code and the SDK market can fit in together. And you'll hear more about these areas and these tracks as you go through the conference today. And the last one I want to share is certification. Many of our customers have spent a long time working on iText products and working on iText technology. We want to create a community that we can really recognize those people that have put that effort in, give them some extra training, give them some extra support, and create some sort of certification so that they can really make the investment they've made real and tangible. But whatever we do, we're going to make sure we keep everyone abreast of what we're doing along the journey. So,
thank you. Gary, in terms of open source, it would be great to understand if that will remain a key focus point for iText. For instance, will our commitments to the PDF Association and all the work our talented people are doing in ISO committees on document standards remain? What would you say it's iText's approach to open source in the future?
Yeah, well, firstly, open source is central to the positioning and strategy of us. So it really is core to what we do. We believe in the open source model. It's been brilliant for us from the day that Bruno Loalgi, who we'll hear from later today, founded it. It's still core to who we are, and you know, for the obvious reasons we have. But more than that, open source has now become much more norm for enterprises. It's become much more normal for people to use open source and dual licensing in their projects. There's a clear distinction in open source where you're using it for free and when you want to license it. And I think that model works really, really well. So you've got the best of both worlds. You've got access to the technology, access to support free, and then you've got the ability to have a closed license when you need it. So for us, that's first and foremost how we want to be. And then you mentioned ISO committees, and I said that earlier as well. We love an ISO committee. We love a standards committee. Our technology team love nothing more than spending hours talking about the technology and talking about the detail. And that's really important to us, and it's very much part of the DNA of us. But more importantly, that knowledge and that inference gives our customers really a leading advantage, because we can either lead with things that our customers need, or we can give access to the information we get as the standards are building back to our customers very, very quickly. And we've got the PDF Association Days coming up in Berlin in September, and we've submitted almost half of the technical papers. So that's how committed we are.
Thank you. In terms of document management, is there any current trends that you've observed lately?
Yeah, well, the broader document management area is really interesting, and you know, as we punch out of just the PDF space in the areas we talked about, I think the trends are the same. I think machine learning, artificial intelligence are definite trends that we're seeing come throughout the sector, and low code also. We're seeing more and more of our tangential partners working in low code areas. And last year, one of our partners we worked with is MuleSoft. We worked on the MuleSoft low-code UI platform, and we connected Salesforce in with iText's Ditto, going out to DocuSign, signed with a digital signature using the core SDK, iText's core SDK, then back into Salesforce again. That was all done on a low-code platform. So prior to that, there would have been a lot of coding and a lot of effort building that together. So we're already seeing people using the different components in the low-code area in the space of document management. And as I said earlier, digitization is clearly the road ahead, and we're seeing more and more of that across the whole industry.
Mm-hmm. Well, thank you, Gary, for these valuable insights. I think it's fair to say that iText will consistently moving forward, and our customers are in for a lot of exciting things to come in the future. So again, thanks so much, Gary.
You're welcome. It's my pleasure, Nieves. As you know, I'll do anything for an iText cocktail. Really at the beginning of the day, so we've got a lot of topics to cover, a lot of tracks, a lot of technical talks that hopefully you'll find great value out of. We've got some live coding going on, and also we've got our keynote, Bruno Loalgi, who I'm delighted to have here talking at the end of the day. So I look forward to connecting with you on the live chat. Look forward to your participation. There's a few freebies and stuff going out to keep you all interested, but appreciate your participation so far.